Coming up next from sunny Southern California, home of some of bodybuilding's best regional events, it's the Hammer Strength NPC Ironman Iron Maiden Bodybuilding Championship, right here on Muscle Sport USA.
Hi, I'm Tom Terwilliger, and welcome to this month's edition of Muscle Sport USA. You know, every year, Lindsay Productions promotes some of the top NPC bodybuilding and fitness events in the state of California. That's why my partner Steve Stone and I are here in Culver City, California, to bring you this premier event, the Hammer Strength NPC Ironman Iron Maiden Bodybuilding and Fitness Championships.
Tommy, we're going to see top quality physiques here today. Why? We're situated near Venice, California, the mecca of bodybuilding. So everyone knows they better show up in top physical condition. And Tommy and I both agree, whoever walks away with the Excalibur sword, that overall trophy is destined for national attention.
No question about it. And speaking of national attention, Steve and I just found out that our current NPC Junior USA champion and our overall NPC National Fitness champion, Susie Curry, has gone on to win the IFBB Fitness World Championships. Congratulations, Susie. Also coming up this hour on Muscle Sport USA, we'll be talking with Kenny Castle to see highlights of the NPC East Coast Bodybuilding Championships. So kick back and get ready for the action.
Muscle Sport USA is brought to you by Metrex. Call 1-800-55-METRX for the retailer nearest you. Designer Protein. Pick up a jar of America's best-selling protein at GNC and other progressive health food stores and gyms throughout all 50 states and Canada. And by Twin Lab, makers of creatine fuel and other high-performance sports nutrition products. Feed your dream. Feed the machine with Twin Lab.
Welcome back. I'm Tom Terwilliger along with Steve Stone, and you're about to see some incredible competition here at the Hammer Strength NPC Ironman Iron Maiden Bodybuilding Championship from Culver City, California. Steve, this is one of the premier West Coast events, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. Like we said in the beginning, John Lindsay and Mike Stoll do a great job promoting this event, and all the competitors here, such as this one, Corrine Schultz, look great. Her upper body looks fantastic, Tommy. I'd like to see her be a little sharper in her legs, though.
Well, Corrine is a U.S. Marine instructor, so she has the discipline to bring up those legs. Let's talk to our next competitor, Nicole Coleman, who believes in competing with herself.
Weights takes a lot of drive. It takes a lot of fuel, a lot of passion. All of which you have, no matter what life throws at you, you can put it into the gym. And I would say that the hell I've gone through has polished me up. Very similar to a coal being pressed into a diamond. It just, the more pressure, the more you shine. And that's why I love it. It takes your mind off the weight, the scale, puts a woman into her sensualism, into herself being a woman, into her strength of her femininity. Not that she has to compete with a man, because there is no competition. Is there? No. That's why I love weights.
And that's why we love Nicole, because she's such a great athlete, and it's been a long road for her to get here.
Our next competitor is a 36-year-old personal trainer from Northridge, California. This is Michelle Van Oy.
Michelle took third place in this contest last year. She's hoping to do better. Tommy, I don't think she's going to. She needs just to bring up that upper body. The symmetry is what she's lacking. She has the mass. She's in fairly good condition, but she just needs more aesthetics.
I don't see a lot of excitement in the routine, Steve. What kind of role will that play in terms of the judging?
Well, right now the pre-judging scores are in, which basically is the final scores up until this point. You would really have to blow it to lose a place right here.
On stage right now are the 5 finalists in the women's lightweight division. There, of course, is Nicole Coleman, looking very competitive in this lineup, Steve.
Oh, without a doubt. But standing next to her, we have Coral Endler in the blue. You're looking at Michelle Van Oy right there. That is Yolanda Martinez and Corrine Schultz.
This is a fierce pose down. These women are giving 100% to this lineup.
Tommy, right here, I would have to say Nicole is the obvious winner of the lightweight class. But during the pre-judging, she really didn't go through her poses. I don't think she's going to win.
Well, Steve, you're absolutely right. The poor posing this afternoon cost Nicole this contest. She'll have to settle for second while Karen Schultz goes home with the first place trophy.
In third, we have Michelle Van Oy. Fourth, Yolanda Martinez. And fifth, Coral Enlow.
Some insights on training partners with middleweight Mauricia Fuente.
Working out with my friend Tanya Villalobos, which she's doing the USA, and just seeing her, the motivation that she gives me to work out has inspired me to do a show.
Great advice. We're glad she made it to today's competition. She is the only competitor in the middleweight division, and looking at her physique, it shows a lot of promise. With only 5 years of training behind it, she's got a lot of work to do, but she's on her way.
Well, Mauricia does need to put some work into this physique. She has a great foundation, Tommy. She needs just to be a little sharper. If she was sharper, she would give this contest a run for its money.
No question. Nice lines, good shape, very pleasing look about her physique, and facially, she's got a great look.
You know, a smile wouldn't kill her, because that would actually just soften it up a little bit, and it would make her look just a little more confident.
Well, after all, Steve, this is Mauricia's first competition, and not smiling is a sign of being a little bit nervous. Receiving a fabulous trophy from IFBB Pro Chris Cormier, Mauricia Fuentes takes the middleweights. Coming up next, the women's heavyweights. Stay with us. Welcome back to the competition. Steve Stone and I are having a wonderful time here in California. You're going to have a wonderful time, too, when you see our next competitor here in the Hammer Strength NPC Ironman Iron Maiden Bodybuilding Championship. I'm Tom Twilliger, and we are looking at 25-year-old, 162-pound Anna Ugla.
Anna took third place at the IFBB Swedish Championships. That's right, she came all the way here from Sweden, and she is here to win the contest. Tommy, she's packed, she has a lot of muscle, and she is basically ready for like a universe competition.
It's amazing she's only been training for 3 years, but
because, well, it's very hard, you know, and my husband is a chemical engineer. He has a chemical factory, and I help him all the time. I'm a lawyer in business administration, so I work from 8, sometimes a.m. till midnight the whole day, so sometimes I wake up at 4 a.m., make my lunch for the whole day, 40 minutes, at least I do my cardio. But at least I try to train 4 times a week.
It's all paid off for Marisol because she is probably in the best condition in this class.
well, it may come down to Marisol and Anna Ugla, who are now taking the stage with the other finalists in this division.
In the orange, we have Jasmine Johnson, followed by Anna Ugla. In the light pink, we have Francie Jeffers. Then we have Tammy Wooden and Marisol Almela.
What a lineup. The judges really have their hands full here. But as I said, Steve, do you agree with me that it may come down to Marisol and Anna?
Well, Anna, being the Swedish bombshell, big, thick, and there she is right there in the pink, looks fantastic. But the conditioning of Marisol right here in the black is going to put the judge's decision right over the edge. It's going to be a very tough call, Tom.
Well, here it is. The first place trophy goes to Anna Ugla, Steve. You called it.
In second, we have Marisol Almela. Third, Tammy Wood. In fourth, Jasmine Johnson. And in fifth, Fran Jeffers.
What a job these ladies are receiving. Congratulations from IFBB Pro and this year's Auto Classic winner, Flex Wheeler.
Hey, Anna has to be my favorite going into the pose down.
Which is coming right up. Stay with us.
For the latest in bodybuilding event coverage, sanctioned by the National Physique Committee and the International Federation of Bodybuilding, Muscle Sport USA recommends the following reading. Muscular Development Magazine, available at all GNC stores and newsstands across the USA. Women's Physique World, the magazine that portrays the beauty of female muscle, available at newsstands nationwide. Bodybuilding fans, we enjoy bringing Muscle Sport USA to you every month. Come back at us on the internet with your comments. Our email address is hlyWDNY@TIAC.net. Let us hear from you.
For information on NPC events, write NPC P.O. Box 3711, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania 15230, or call 412-276-5027. Back to the action from California. I'm Tom Twiller along with Steve Stone. They are hitting it. The women, the finalists in each weight class category at the Hammer Strength NPC Ironman Iron Maiden, posing down for the overall title.
And in the pink, taking up her entire screen right now, is Anna Ugla. Tommy, I believe the pose down was actually in the heavyweight class. She looks great. I think she's going to walk with this.
No question about it. There's really not a whole lot of competition up there for Anna at the moment. There she is. We're going to find out. What do you think is going through her mind right now, Steve?
Well, we're in California, Tommy. She's probably thinking about those photo shoots tomorrow.
You're probably right, because there it is. Anna Ugla wins the overall championship at the Hammer Strength Ironman Iron Maiden Bodybuilding Championship. Squeezing her way in there is, of course, our lightweight, Karina Schultz. What a job by all our athletes. Steve is headed backstage so he can catch an interview with our overall champ.
Thanks, Tommy. We're here with the overall women's winner, Anna Ugla. Anna, you're from Sweden. You took third at the Swedish Championships in Stockholm last year. Why are you showing up at the Iron Maiden here in LA?
Well, to start with, I think it's hard for me to get outside of Sweden because, you know, you only have one opportunity a year to get outside the country, and that's for the World Amateur Championships. And since I didn't get to go, I wanted to try a new field, new judges, new audiences and everything.
Well, you mentioned a new field and new judges. Do you think the United States judges any differently than the Swedish judges?
Yeah, I think so. If you look at what I've seen, they judge more from symmetry and the overall development, especially for the women.
Well, now that you're in the United States and you did win this, I know you really can't go further here because you're not a U.S. citizen. What do you plan on doing right now after this show?
Well, I'm planning on, you know, going to the World Amateur Championships because that's my next level that's possible for me to reach. So I'm trying to strive for that one.
And after you win the Amateur Championships, where do you want to go from there?
Well, if I still enjoy myself, then I'd like to turn a pro if it's possible. But I know you have to maybe do this for a couple of years and try because nobody ever, you know, walked into this stage at the World Championships and turned pro like that. So I guess I might have to work for it for a while.
Well, Anna, since we're not going to see you anymore, since you are our first international competitor, and we really wish you all the luck at the World Championships, I'm sure you make a great pro. You made an outstanding statement here today. But for our audience here in the United States, we'd like to have one last shot with that magnificent trophy. There she is, Kenny, our magnificent champion, Anna Ugla.
Bodybuilding fans, we enjoy bringing Muscle Sport USA to you every month. Come back at us on the internet with your comments. Our email address is hlywdny@tiac.net. Let us hear from you.
For information on NPC events, write NPC P.O. Box 3711, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania 15230, or call 412-276-5027. Welcome back to the competition. It's already underway with the first of our bantamweight competitors in the Hammer Strength NPC Ironman Iron Maiden Bodybuilding Championship. This gentleman we're looking at weighed in today at 140 pounds with only 4 years of training behind him. This is Randy Kinkle.
Randy took first at the Border State competition. You can see why. He's in great condition. Tommy's 5'4", so I'd like to see him pull out a little bit more and move up into the lightweights because he does have the structure to do that.
Unlimited potential. Let's hear from our next competitor, Michael Aravella, as to why he started training.
Well, you know, most of my friends, I was always the smallest, and that's why I got into, you know, bodybuilding or weightlifting in the beginning to get stronger, because I was always the smallest. So I guess to try to compensate for that, I try to get stronger than my other buddies. So that's how I got started, and I guess because of genetics, you know, I just responded really well with weight training, and that's how I got into it.
Well, let's take a look at what all that weight training and time has produced.
Well, it's produced a great physique. Last year he had won the bantamweights, Tommy, and the only reason I can see why he would be here today is to win the overall. And at the Ironman Iron Maiden, a bantamweight, I'm telling you, it's going to be a tough chore.
I think you're right, Steve. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he should be on his way to either the USA or one of the junior potential competitions.
Oh, without a doubt. He should be on his way to the Junior USA just to see what he could do because he has a great physique as a bantamweight, and he's proved that here today.
Well, if individuality won competitions, this man, Akamu Noble, would definitely go home with first place today. But I'm not so sure that all these distracting elements is exactly what the judges are looking for. Steve?
You put all that work into a physique, get it ready for a show, and you're right, Tommy, it distracts. A little goatee definitely has to go. The suit is not regulation NPC because of the zipper in the front.
Well, he's only been training for 1 year, so we definitely have to give Akamu a lot of credit for being on stage here today. And bravo to him. He's staying in shape, and he's certainly pursuing something worthwhile. The full lineup of the 4 finalists in the men's bantamweight division now take the stage.
Well, in the blue, you have Randy Kinkle, who's definitely in contention for first. Next to him, Akamu Noble. You can see he's a little soft right there in the back shot. Stepping out is Kim Sakata in the black, too soft. And right there in the red is Mike Aravello, who looks great.
Mike Aravello is definitely in contention for this title. There's no one else with the balance in physique and muscularity. And there it is. They've announced it. Mike Aravello wins the men's bantamweight division. What a job.
Oh, definitely. In second place, Randy Kinkle. Third, Akamu Noble. And fourth goes to Kim Sakata.
And, of course, Mike will be back to pose down later on for the overall title with the other weight class champions. What a job. We're going to move into the men's lightweight division. So let's hear from our first competitor, Preston Cannon, who's on a victory roll.
I've always been a physical, active person, and I've always worked out a lot on my own at home. So I joined this club, LA Fitness. And ever since I joined LA Fitness, I did my first show, Ironman, in July. And ever since then, I've just been on top of them, month after month after month, and just been putting them together.
Well, it is outstanding because he did 5 shows in 5 months. And I'm sure he gets better and better doing every one, as you know, Tommy. 5'5", 153 pounds. He's the right weight for a lightweight. And you can see he's thick and he does have the physique.
What about this posing? So far, really isn't posing. It's just sort of dancing, but it is fun. It does get the audience up and going. And we are seeing a lot of muscle on this man's physique.
Without a doubt, he's a formidable lightweight, but he could move up into the middleweights. I don't like the way he actually hits his bicep pose. He needs to pull those shoulders down, the biceps up. But you can see here, he does have the package to do well in the bodybuilding world.
Well, I don't think posing is his forte. I think having fun is, however. Our next competitor is 39-year-old Arthur Muner. Arthur weighed in today at 154 pounds, Steve.
Well, he's 5'8", which makes him a little too lean. You can see right here in the upper body. He doesn't fill it out. He is, however, in good condition, which will make him in contention for first place. But Preston is basically just going to stomp on Arthur right here.
No question about it. Just not carrying quite enough muscle, but making a nice impression on the audience in terms of his condition. Let's see the 2 finalists on stage. Not much of a battle taking place here, is there, Steve?
Well, you can see the difference in the physique standing side by side. Arthur needs to put on a whole lot more muscle if he's going to stand next to the shorter, more impressive Preston.
Does that eliminate someone from competing on this level, however?
Oh, definitely not. Arthur is in good condition to compete, but not in this show. And like they say, Tommy, if you're not here to take first place, second place is first loser.
Preston Cannon takes the first place decision. A very easy victory for him in the lightweight division. Coming up next is the men's middleweights. We'll be back with more Muscle Sport right after this. Welcome back. I'm Tom Twilliger with Steve Stone. We are seeing the impressive physique of Jason Kelly, the first finalist in the men's middleweight division at the Hammer Strength NPC Ironman Iron Maiden Bodybuilding Championship. Welcome to the competition. This gentleman weighed in at 166 pounds. Steve, how does that measure up for a man who is 5'6¼ in the men's middleweight division?
Well, he can gain 10 pounds of muscle, and you can see here, he looks very good. And with another 10 pounds on him, would still keep him in the middleweights, and he would look that much better.
Well, any better, and he'd be ready to step up into either the Junior Nationals or the Junior USA. This next competitor in the men's middleweight division is 40 years old. This is Paul Black Sr. He weighed in at 164 today at only 5'7". I say only 5'7" because he certainly creates quite a deception up there, doesn't he, Steve?
Well, when he goes up against a shorter middleweight who weighs the same, you'll see a big difference. I mean, that's his problem. Our next competitor shows how confidence overcomes intimidation.
Today was a real tough class because this was my first show as a middleweight. I've always been a lightweight, and I was really intimidated about coming here today. But I had to be confident within myself and just do the best I can.
That is truly the key to success. to entering the stage or even entering the gym, just getting in there and building confidence. Ramel Sampang certainly shows that very well.
Well, at 5'6", once again, Tommy, it's a taller middleweight class, but you can see here he has very good structure. He's not as sharp as Jason was, but you can see where he has very pleasing lines, and with an extra 10 pounds, like once again, he is ready for the junior national contest.
No question about it. Let's see the full lineup of middleweight finalists on stage so the judges can have that last look. A very impressive lineup.
Right there, Jason Kelly is showing off his abs and his conditioning. Luke definitely is in no contention. Ramel Sampang is definitely in the top two. There you have Paul Black, who, Tommy, looks fantastic.
I think Paul Black is definitely in the running for this title. There's not much competition in terms of the total package. And there it is. We called it, no question about it. Paul Black takes home the middleweight division.
In second, Ramel Sampang. Third, Jason Kelly. Fourth, Michael Villalobos. And fifth is Luke Janico.
It is not over for Paul yet. He has to return later on to compete against the other weight class winners and try and capture the overall title. That's going to be a battle, no question about it. Right now, we're waiting for the first competitor in the men's light heavyweight division to strike his first pose. And at 198 pounds, Alex Trebitoni looks pretty impressive. But at 5'7", Steve, are these the proportions the judges are looking for to win this event?
You know, Tommy, not too long ago, this physique could probably win or plays very well at a national contest. But athletes are running faster, jumping higher, and getting bigger. So in bodybuilding, you have to be.
And we are seeing a lot of muscle on this man's physique.
Without a doubt, it does have the package.
Frano Pangelos agrees with you, Steve. Let's hear from him.
There's tremendous difference in every level of bodybuilding, in the quality of the athletes and the number of the athletes, in the quality of gyms, nutritional supplements, information. Of course, especially Southern California is the center of the world around bodybuilding. So there's a big difference between Europe in general and US.
Well, I have a feeling Pano will hold his own in any competition in any country. What a fabulous physique.
Oh, there's no question about it. He can hold his own on any national stage. And that's where he actually should go. His triceps, his calves, his legs. This kid is thick. He is ready to rock.
I am really impressed with this man's physique. Look at this. Look at those legs, Steve, and the arms. He looks like he could use a little more width in his back. It's probably the only negative thing I could have to say about him. This man, however, is going to give Pano a run for his money. No doubt about it. Perhaps a little weak in the legs, but take a look at this torso on Ed Hansen at 198 pounds. Again, at the very top of the class at 5'8".
We can see here his legs do not detract from his upper body. He has more symmetry. He's just as thick. He has a beautiful package. Tommy, it's going to be a very, very tough ball between he and Pano.
Oh, no question about it. I wouldn't want to be in the position of the judges right now, but they are being treated to some serious high-quality national caliber physiques.
Well, right there you can see his back is a little bit stronger in symmetry than Pano was, but his legs are a little slight.
No question about it. The audience is screaming for their favorites out there as the top 5 in this weight class take the stage. And I mean, look at this class.
From left to right, we have Alex Trebitoni, Rob Kalani, Pano Pangelos, Ed Hansen, and Rob Gaylord.
What a battle this is up here. These judges have their work cut out for them. Between the battle that's taking place between Ed Hansen and Pano Pangelos, this is really some kind of battle.
Well, you know, Tommy, if you look at all the top 5, you would have to say that each one of them, I'm sure, has had votes in the top 3. But it's going to be interesting to see who walks away with the first place trophy.
No question about it. How much weight is put on this pose down right here, Steve?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's basically done for us, Tommy. It's done for our TV audience. It's the prejudging poses, and I'll tell you, it's that prejudging that makes or breaks you.
There it goes. In second place was Pano Pangelos, and Ed Hansen takes the light heavyweight division.
Alex Trebitoni, third. In fourth, we have Rob Gaylord, and fifth, Rob Kalani.
And believe it or not, that's retired IFBB pro Mike Christian handing out the trophies. What a different look for him. What a great job for Ed Hansen. He'll be back to pose down for the overall later on. What's tough about bodybuilding? Let's ask our first heavyweight, Anthony Dodd.
Without a doubt, the diet. Because if you can control what goes in and what goes in and what comes out of your mouth, then you can control anything about it. That's the great thing I love about bodybuilding. It's about self-mastery, not mastery over someone else, but you controlling yourself and things that you do. It's self-discipline, because no one is enforcing you or encouraging you to do this to yourself but yourself. And that's the beautiful thing about the sport itself that I like.
Anthony Dodd is quite an athlete with a great attitude, the winner's attitude. Let's take a look at this 221-pound physique at only 5'8". That's a lot of muscle, isn't it, Steve?
Oh, without a doubt, Tommy. Tony is ready for national competition, but he does need to break into this. He took third place in this contest last year. He'd love to walk away with first, but the Ironman is known for this very tough and deep heavyweight class.
No question. Awesome physique. Could use a little refinement, though, right?
Well, that's it. Just needs to stretch it out a little bit more, gain a little bit of that refinement, and just polish it up.
Wow. Very impressive. Hard to believe, even at this level, someone could be better. Let's find out by looking at our next competitor with the awesome back of Mike Harris. 35 years old, weighed in at 225 today. Very refined, but not quite the muscle thickness that we saw in our last competitor.
Well, if you're looking at that bronzy statue look on Mike, it's that dream tan. It highlights most physiques. A lot of people don't look that good at it, but Mike looks fantastic, like a statue. He's striated, he's deeply cut. This is why Tony may take a second or third, because he's just not polished enough.
You're right. We're seeing the vascularity and the fine, thin definition in lines that you don't see but on the national level. Steve, this is the man you told me to watch for after today's prejudging, and right now I'm going to have to agree with you. At 5'8" and only 205 pounds, Gabe Tull looks like the man to beat in this class.
Why? Because it's that complete package. He's separated. You can see he's lighter than Tony was at the same height, but he just shows a prettier physique. I like Tony's physique. Gabe should definitely drop into the light heavies and move up to the national level, Tom.
This is truly a testimonial as to how much genetics play a role. He's no bigger, no more muscular than our last two competitors per se, but the lines and the shape creates quite the illusion.
The excitement is building as our finalists take the stage. Leading them out is Quincy Taylor, followed by Anthony Dodd. Next to him, right there, is Mike Harris. Keith Lee, Gabe Tull, finish it off.
Wow, what a lineup. Look at the back on Gabe Tull. That's what we're talking about right there. And that most muscular, very competitive. This is going to be a close call, Steve.
Well, Quincy and Keith are a little tall. You can see the 5'8". Even though Mike Harris is 6 foot, 5'8", 5'8" is what is making an impression here.
We're not seeing a terribly aggressive pose down. A lot of times these guys jump down off the stage and try and dominate. We're not seeing that here.
Well, the heavyweights, normally they're backstage waiting for this whole contest. The audience just loves these guys, but they are a little beat up.
There it is. Gabe Tull takes the men's heavyweight division at only 5'8". Wow.
Mike Harris in second, third, Anthony Dodd, fourth, Keith Lee, and in fifth, Quincy Taylor.
Wow. We'll be back with more action right after this.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, bodybuilding fans, to New Jersey for the prestigious East Coast Bodybuilding and Fitness Championship. I'm Kenny Castle, and I'm joined by the lovely Azar Salahi.
Kenny, it looks like this is going to be a great competition, as we can already see by our fitness winner who is now taking the stage.
Yes, and our fitness champion is Janine Palshikov, who has 13 years of gymnastic experience. Great strength move.
Kenny, we've seen athletes overcome physical obstacles in the past. Janine has indicated that she too has had a serious injury.
That's right. She had severe reconstructive foot surgery and, in fact, was on crutches for 6 months. But her strength and perseverance enabled her to win the fitness competition. Janine really presented a great package. Now we move into the women's bodybuilding category, and we begin, of course, with our lightweight champion, Nicole Young.
I understand Nicole competes in fitness competitions as well as bodybuilding. Is this common among women athletes?
Well, actually, there are women who go from bodybuilding into fitness, but it's rare that women compete in both at the same time. Actually, Nicole has an advantage because she can use some of the skills that she uses in her fitness routine in the bodybuilding routine, which adds another element. Wow, she's got some great strength that she's displaying right here.
This is a fabulous routine, not only showing her strength, but the great condition her physique is in.
Showcasing a very thickly muscled physique, especially with only 1 year of training, is our middleweight champion, Yvonne Harper. Although Yvonne looks good, I think she could use a little bit more leg development and a little more separation. However, with a couple of more years of training, those weak body parts will certainly come up.
Kenny, her physique does look good with only 1 year of training. What do you see as her strong points?
Well, she's got a great back, as you can see, and she also has good arms and shoulders and good calf development, showing her hamstrings and glutes, and she has them. They just need to be a little bit more defined. Showcasing a physique that has lots of thickly developed muscle and great genetic structure, particularly in the legs, is our heavyweight champion, Carla Haug. Carla has lots of thick muscle. She looks great, particularly from the side.
She's got a lot of muscle, but her routine could be a little bit more animated. What do you think she could do to improve her performance?
Well, maybe she could hire a choreographer. I also think, though, that when you have confidence in your physique because you know you look good, that you'll perform better. And she's only been at this for 4 years, so I think she needs a few more years of training and a little more seasoning, and she'll be fine.
Given the fact that Carla is a flight attendant, it's remarkable that she's gotten herself into such great shape.
Yes, she's in great shape, and she's going to be tough to beat in the overall pose down. Speaking of which, we're going to that right now. This is where we find out which athlete will win the overall championship at the East Coast Bodybuilding Championship. We have 3 great athletes. They're all in excellent condition. They are now doing the quarter turns and the mandatory poses because the judges have only seen them in their weight classes. They have not seen them against each other.
It's important that the judges be able to see them in a side-by-side comparison. So Kenny, now would be the time for them to show everything that they've got.
That's right, and there is our champion, the winner of the lightweight class and our overall champion of the East Coast Bodybuilding Championships, Nicole Young. Now we move into the open men's category, and using Mike Mentzer's heavy-duty training principle has developed a thickly muscled physique on our lightweight winner, Carlo Filippone. In fact, Carlo used to be a bantamweight, and he's graduated to the lightweight class.
Not only is he muscular, but he's got great symmetry. Kenny, how should a bodybuilder train for great symmetry?
Well, I think the key is developing all your body parts so that they're evenly developed, so you don't have one body part dominating another. You'll notice his arms and legs are balanced. One is not larger than the other. He has a nice, thickly muscled torso. And he's also displaying his body well in that he's showing his entire physique. Utilizing realistic goals to accomplish his bodybuilding success is our middleweight champion, Peter Hilarczyk. Peter really focused on his preparation getting ready for this contest, and it really shows.
It's commonly believed that bodybuilding is a purely physical activity, yet Peter believes the key to his success is his mental strength. How much of a role does mental preparation have in bodybuilding?
Well, I think for the bodybuilders who are most successful, it plays a strong role because not only do they focus on what they need to do, but the preparation for what they have to do, the training, the diet is very, very important. And they can also use visualization to visualize their workouts and how they want their physiques to look. Utilizing a heavy as possible training style and a totally instinctive one is our light heavyweight champion, Tony Tolbert. Tony has excellent arm development and he's in great shape.
He has a very athletic look and his physique is very pleasing to the eye. Tony is making great use of his music by synchronizing his poses to the beat of his music.
Yes, I think that's very important to have your music match the style that you like to use and also your physique. And here's a lesson to all you upcoming bodybuilders. It's very important to learn what your physique is all about and how you want to present it to the audience. The judges ultimately look for the best total package in bodybuilding, and presenting an awesome total package is our heavyweight champion, TJ Hewitt. TJ looks like he's 230 pounds, even though he only weighs about 200.
TJ is a black belt in many styles of martial arts. This has to play an important role in his bodybuilding career.
Yes, in fact, the discipline and respect that he's learned from the martial arts, he now applies to bodybuilding. In fact, the posing style he uses is reminiscent of a kata in martial arts.
Kenny, he has extremely developed triceps. Can any bodybuilder achieve this extraordinary development?
Well, any bodybuilder can develop their triceps, but TJ has extraordinary genetics. Look at the thickness and the hardness and the separation. And now we move into the moment we've all been waiting for, the overall pose down of the Men's Open Championships of the East Coast Bodybuilding Championships. We have 4 great athletes. These guys are in fantastic shape. I haven't seen an overall pose down with the guys in this good a condition in a long time. We see our lightweight Carlo Filippone on the right. Next to him, to his right, heavyweight TJ Hewitt. To his right, we see Tony Tolbert, our light heavyweight. And on the left, Pete Hilarczyk. These guys are all showing off their strong points and battling it out, giving their all for the judges. They've already shown the judges the mandatory poses in the quarter turns, and now is their chance to really show the judges their particular strong points.
Kenny, I'm glad I'm not judging this because they're all ripped and have great symmetry. The months of preparation are now really paying off.
Yes, they all do look great, but the presence of our heavyweight TJ Hewitt, he's overpowering. He's got tremendous thickness, muscle density, hardness, separation. He's wide, thick. He's got that total package, and he's going to be the guy to beat. And there it is, our overall champion of the East Coast Bodybuilding Championship, our heavyweight TJ Hewitt. Great job, and we'll be seeing lots more of TJ this year. And we'll be right back with more Muscle Sport USA right after this. Bodybuilding fans, we enjoy bringing Muscle Sport USA to you every month. Come back at us on the internet with your comments. Our email address is hlyWDNY@TIAC.net. Let us hear from you.
For information on NPC events, write NPC P.O. Box 3711, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania 15230, or call 412-276-5027.
Welcome to this month's exciting issue of All Natural Muscular Development Magazine, featuring 1996 Jantana Fitness champion Teresa Hessler on the cover. All Natural Muscular Development always provides the latest and the greatest in research and information about natural training, nutrition, supplementation, features of athletes, and tidbits about fitness and the entertainment biz. Find out what legendary fitness personality Jack LaLanne thinks about the state of bodybuilding in this month's editorial. Muscle Mail delivers the message about what it takes to use bodybuilding to provide for a healthy lifestyle. Heartbreaking research tells readers items of information that will help you lead that healthier lifestyle. Find out whether training to failure has a positive benefit to building muscle or increasing your strength with the weights. We all know that protein is vitally important to bodybuilding. Here, you'll learn how to get the most out of protein. Top-of-the-line training takes care of the serious questions you have from some of the top experts in the iron game. Mentor speaks of the laws of nature and how they must be obeyed if you want to get the most out of developing your physique. On the web, boots up information about the best methods for vastly improving your sex life through the recently approved testosterone patch. The very latest research indicates that women's thigh fat, known as the saddlebags, though not aesthetically attractive, may offer protection against disease. MD's On the Web is now officially on the web with information on 2 locations, including on the Arnold Schwarzenegger website at www.schwarzenegger.com and the Muscular Development site at www.musculardevelopment.com. You can click onto the product mall for magazine subscriptions, new product, and previews of up-and-coming issues. Kai Green is one of the exciting new breed of natural bodybuilding champions, and he shares his insights, training tips, and nutritional habits with All Natural Muscular Development's readership. And he believes that educating yourself is one of the keys to success. New Jersey's Eddie Hernandez talks about what he did to win many of the top natural bodybuilding championships, such as trying to maintain a positive attitude. Without a doubt, the queen of the killer abs when it comes to fitness is surely Baltimore's Teresa Hessler. She has always been a great athlete and talks about how this athleticism has helped her to become a top professional fitness competitor. This year, she hopes it will lead to a top 5 finish in the Fitness Olympia. You will always get a different perspective about bodybuilding if you talk to past champions. Steve Reeves is certainly a legend, and he shares his views on what bodybuilding is about today compared to what it was like in his day. What he says may shock you. As always, you will be educated, entertained, and fed lots of thought-provoking information in this issue and all issues of All Natural Muscular Development Magazine, available at newsstands all across the USA. Back to you, Tommy.
Thank you, Kenny. Steve and I are enjoying the action that's already underway with all of our weight class winners now on stage posing down to see who's going to go home with this overall Ironman, Iron Maiden trophy.
Well, right there we have Preston Cannon in the black standing next to Paul Black, Ed Hansen, the light heavyweight, and we have Gabe Toe. In the red at the other end is Mike Arabella, our bantamweight. Tommy, this is definitely between Gabe Toe and and Paul Black.
The middleweight, you're saying, has a shot at taking down the heavyweight for these overall titles, Steve. Is that right?
Only on conditioning, but you have to go with Gabe's full big muscles. And believe it or not, they're at the same height, 30 pounds heavier.
Wow, this is awesome. And right there, Mike really had nothing to gain going into this competition. He had already won the bantamweight division, and here he is battling out for what is going to be unconquerable. He cannot do it. I think it's going to be Gabe, our heavyweight's going to take this title.
Oh, without a doubt. You can see it here, the shoulders, the symmetry. He just has the best package. The symmetry in the waist on Gabe Tull. He just looks awesome.
And there it is, the announcement. Gabe Tull takes the championship. Fabulous job, the Ironman, Iron Maiden champion. Congratulations to all our champions tonight, as well as our promoters John Lindsay and Mike Stoll, the NPC, and of course Hammer Strength for throwing such a fabulous bodybuilding event. Now I'm going to let Steve take it away with our champion, Gabe Tull.
Thanks, Tommy. We're here with the overall men's winner, Gabe Tull. Gabe, the Ironman traditionally is made for a heavyweight overall winner. But as long as we have been covering it, you're the lightest heavyweight competitor, if not overall winner. How do you feel about it?
I'm ecstatic. I'm beside myself with that. I think what put me over the edge this time was that I dieted for an additional 2 weeks. So this time it was 10 weeks as opposed to 8, which I don't normally do for my shows.
Well, during the show, Tommy commented that your symmetry, your shape really kept you up with the bigger men, because they were literally 60 pounds heavier than you. How do you feel about that?
I just thank God that I have that symmetry to do that, you know, and just go in there and win shows that way.
Well, now that you've won this and you were literally 204 pounds, 6 pounds over the light heavyweight limit, what do you feel about going down to light heavyweights for the bigger national shows?
I haven't really thought about that, but I think that's something to think about now that has been brought up to me.
Would you want to put on more muscle to be a heavyweight?
I was thinking about that as well. We'll have to check that out, though. We'll just have to see.
Well, now that you won this, where would you like to go from here?
From here, I'd like to do the USA. Definitely the USA.
And in hopes of winning the overall for your pro card?
Pro card, that's where I'm going. I want to take my training to the next level and to get that pro card finally, because it's been evading me for these past 2 years. And I really want that thing.
Well, he wouldn't want to see you bulk up and lose actually the beautiful body that you do have. Gabe, you won today. You looked fantastic. 204 could have been 300, doesn't matter. You looked unbelievable. But for our audience, since we're not going to see you until you do the USAs, we'd like to have one last shot to remember you by. To the camera. There he is, Kenny. Gabe Tull, an outstanding Ironman champion. Back to you.
Watch for Muscle Sport USA cameras at the 1997 NPC Junior USA Bodybuilding and Fitness Championship, April 19th, 1997. Finals 7 p.m. at the Auditorium Theater at the Denver Center for the Performing Arts. For tickets or entry information, call 303-444-6721 or 407-876-4467.
Promotional consideration is paid by AmeriFit, makers of the latest revolution in muscle building nutrients, the dynamic duo of Stack 6 and Protol 170, combining HMB, DHEA, creatine, and many more of the reasons for muscle growth. For free product information on why the future of muscle building begins here, call 1-800-722-FIRM. That's 1-800-722-FIRM. Fairmont Hotel of Dallas, Texas, host hotel of the 1996 and 1997 NPC National Bodybuilding Championships. For reservations, call 214-720-5239 or 800-527-4727. Please refer to the event for group accommodations. Worldwide Sport Nutritional Supplements. A world of difference in sport nutrition. Check out Pure Amino Power, the hottest new supplement available today. For a free product guide and catalog, call 1-800-854-5019. Sports One Gold Series, the latest game breaker in sports nutrition. For a free catalog and product usage information, please call 1-800-624-8747. Cardillo, the world's leader in handcrafted customized belts. Weight training, competition, lever action, nylon, and their new and innovative patent leather and snakeskin. All available with customized embroidery or cutout lettering. Professional athletes, celebrities, and trainers alike from every corner of the world know when you say Cardillo, you say excellence. For more information and a free catalog, call 1-800-272-BELT. Come back at us on the internet with your comments. Our email address is hlywwny@tiac.net. Let us hear from you.
For information on NPC events, write NPC P.O. Box 3711, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania 15230, or call 412-276-5027.
Muscle Sport USA has been brought to you by Quinlab, makers of creatine fuel and other high-performance sports nutrition products. Feed your dream. Feed the machine with Quinlab. Designer Protein. Pick up a jar of America's best-selling protein at GNC and other progressive health food stores and gyms throughout all 50 states and Canada. And by Metrex. Call 1-800-55-METRX for the retailer nearest you.
Hi, and welcome back. You know, we talk about Lindsay Productions promoting some of the best bodybuilding and fitness competitions in California. Well, today's event certainly proved that to be true. It was inspirational. Steve, are you ready to pick up the weights and get back on stage again?
A nice question, Tommy, but absolutely. After seeing the winners here today, they are an inspiration, and I would love to be in that kind of condition. And you know, they will go on to become formidable competitors on the national level.
No question about it. Hope you'll join us next month, bodybuilding and fitness fans, when we take you to another exciting NPC bodybuilding and fitness competition. Until then, on behalf of the Muscle Sport USA team, Steve Stone and myself, Tom Terwilliger, stay healthy, stay fit.